Hello.
So tell me, how's it going with the teacher training? It's a really
Uh,
casual conversation. Let's keep it as casual as we can.
yeah, sure. I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. It's quite good for me because that was one of my goals to actually qualify in teaching yoga.
Yeah.
So, so far, so good. And the only thing that's probably I'm struggling a little bit, I'm going slowly. I can see that most of the people are doing like session 5 or 6 now. I'm still at session 3, but I want to take my time.
Take your time.
Lots of the poses are new for me. Although I've got
Yeah.
the gymnastics background, so many of
Yeah.
them are similar, but I don't know the names even in English, and I have to learn them in Sanskrit as well. So
Yeah.
it,
People don't want to lose it. So we do see it a lot. People move fast and then they slow down and then take their time. I know
so
that some,
actually
uh,
think that that's a good thing then, if I'm going slowly, because I can stay
absolutely.
more longer in this course and learn more, get more.
Yeah. Is there anything about, the fact that it's online, so the online aspect of the training that surprised you?
Um, to be honest, this is positive to me, very, very positive, because online means that you can do it whenever you want, at my convenience, when I'm free, when I have free time, so I can go there, check the videos. And the best thing is that you can watch them again and again. So I was always positive about online training. So that was one of the reasons that I started this course with you, because it was online. I've been looking for different courses actually, for the last year probably. Not like very strict. I wasn't sure whether I'm going to start a course, but I was looking for some courses. And most courses here in London, they are Saturday and Sunday, the weekend. And I can't do that because I'm doing personal training. Saturday and Sunday, I'm like busy whole day, like full time. So I wouldn't start. I wouldn't be able to start this course. So that's why online training was really good for me. Now, something which surprised me in terms of a very positive way was specifically the anatomy sessions. These sessions are great to me because Jeremy is normally leading them. I think he's a great teacher. He's doing really, he's explaining everything about the muscles really well. I've done a few courses in anatomy, first for my bachelor's degree in sports science, and then later I did personal training course for a fitness instructor. So I did that, but I have to say that the courses they were very generic. So you start with your arm and you go through the muscles, deltoid muscles, that's the deltoid muscles, that's what it does. That's the biceps brachia, triceps brachia, and that's it. It's not specific to the sport because at the university there were lots of different. My colleagues were from different sports, so we
Yeah.
got together for a lecture in anatomy, and then it was very generic. It wasn't specifically for gymnastics. It wasn't for their sport. It was just for everyone. And that was very similar like this was for the personal training course. And here, what Jeremy is explaining is great because he goes through every single course, okay? And he says, okay, this muscle is stretched here. This one is engaged. These are the most important muscles that we are using to implement, to execute this pose. So this is great. This is very practical for me. And also I'm refreshing quite a lot because, to be honest, I forgot most of the muscles. When you're not using them in practice, and in children, you don't really use the Latin names. So
Yeah.
you tend to forget things, but I really want to know them. And I'm so glad that he mentions the Latin name of the
Yeah.
muscle. So I'm refreshing all of this, and this is very positive for me, the online part of the courses.
So, so you're a gymnast, I know that, but why do teacher training now? Is it because of COVID?
Um, Not necessarily, to be honest. I've had this idea in my mind to do this yoga course. It's been for years, actually, maybe 1 or 2 years. I wanted to get into yoga. The main reason, like personal reason for me, was because in gymnastics, everything like the whole training process is it's quite difficult. It put lots of pressure on my joints.
Yeah.
So now here and there I've got some kind of injuries that if I train a bit harder, if I push too much, I can feel some pain, specifically shoulders. Because like my discipline is rings, and on the rings, for example, if you're doing like a handstand, you're doing a swing to handstand, which is a dynamic exercise from handstand, like high swing all the way to handstand. When you're in the hanging position down there, it's like 7 or 8 times your body weight. It's the experience of your
Oof,
the push in your shoulders. And this for a
oof.
split second. Take me wrong, it's not like very very
But
difficult,
still,
but just the pressure that you go through it is huge. So that's why I was looking for practicing more mobility, more stability, more elastic bands, things like this to improve the strengthening of the shoulder and the muscles around. And yoga fits really well here. So that's reason number one for me actually to get qualified in this, because if I'm qualified as a teacher, then I'll be able to teach myself. So that was the main reason. That was a personal reason, not so much professional reason to go and start teaching yoga at the moment, but mostly for myself to be able to get better in my sport, which is gymnastics, but also implement some of the yoga things, some of the yoga poses in my everyday life. And of course, the
yeah,
second one was more professional improvement and professional development. So what I do for living is teaching kids, like children, but I do personal training with them. So I teach them in their houses most of the time, or in their gardens, or outside, like
oh
the
nice,
lovely parks in London. What happens is that many times, in many occasions, the parents are asking me if I can do something for them. In terms of personal training, I'm a certified personal trainer, so that's not a problem. But they specifically ask for yoga or Pilates, and I was thinking, well, maybe if I get the certification in that, then I can start teaching it properly. Because yeah, I can teach a few things which are similar to yoga, because there are lots of like poses which are similar to what you're doing in gymnastics, but
yeah,
still it's more better to get qualified. And also I'll be able to speak to my insurance about, so you need to have a certificate for the particular
yeah,
activity that
yeah,
you're teaching
yeah,
in order to be insured by them.
yeah.
So,
Public
and the
liability
minimum,
insurance and all of that.
so that's important when you're teaching clients, right? And
Yeah,
the minimum level of certificate that they want to see is this 200 hours yoga teaching qualification. That's what
yeah,
you provide. So that's why I decided to go for it. That's the main reasons, two reasons: personal
nice.
reasons and
Yeah,
professional reasons,
professional
I would say.
progression. But I would imagine there would be quite a shift from being quite aggressive and the pressure, uh, the I want to say the intensity, and into moving to something softer. That it's more. Not to say that yoga isn't intense, because yoga can become really intense as well. But I think maybe the mindset of the approach on it is different.
I think you're right. And I think that's what I need, because everything in life is balance. And if I'm pushing myself all the time, I think that's not very helpful and not very healthy in terms of my well-being, health and well-being. So that's what I need at the moment, some kind of
Yeah,
balance. So yoga fits really well here. At the
yeah,
beginning, when I started with session one, to be honest, the whole idea was, yeah, to help me, as I said, as I mentioned, my stability and mobility, but not really to do much yoga. But now things kind of change, because we're talking about philosophy, and I can see that this helps me to feel happier in my life, because different things like changing your mind, for example, changing your mind change everything around really. And when you start doing that, you think, well, yoga is exactly not just the physical part. Actually, the physical part is very small part of yoga. And
hmm
I'm starting to understanding this process, and I think I
yeah,
would love to learn more.
yeah.